Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he's got room. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's ready.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll go with the option, coming right. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It was Arik Armstead coming up quickly and dropping him for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Fields going to keep it once more. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Fields on target to Mooney, 1st down, Chicago. They'll go option to the short side. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A handoff for Herbert. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run the option left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Play action, Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Well, there you go, Charles, his first touchdown pass of the new season.
Well, let's just go back to his rookie year because he's able to get his feet wet, right? Get a little bit of experience. Now I think here in year 2, the game will slow down for him, and we'll see his true talents come out.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lance going to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 7-7, our score after one. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Lance looking to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, trying to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. On now, the Bears' all-time leading scorer, Robbie Gould, kicking against his former team. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now Herbert to start the drive. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. On second down, here's the option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Lance winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. This offense so far on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Quick slant finding Claypool.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Play action. It's Fields. This one swung out to Montgomery.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. On 3rd down, Herbert. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will knot us up at 10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game, and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021,
there he goes left side. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run as they have taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Fields.
Able to hit his target, Claypool. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
On play action, Fields.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. To the air again, Fields. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. And the Niners force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught by Kittle. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Lance.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 30 yards. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great touchdowns. Christian McCaffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
109 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Room here to run.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a 1st down.
Let's go.
Now Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Lance's throw complete here to Ayuk. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. No gain, and it's 2nd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. Fields on 1st down.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Again, Fields.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at third down and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one, because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach.
And Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Well, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a give to Herbert.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Off play action, Fields.
Rolling to his left.
Locates Claypool on the crossing route.
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Now Fields.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu.
And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball-hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Deebo Samuel, 42 yards. And the 49ers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Gold with the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
From the 24, Fields. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 67 yards.
Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And that's a rare bright spot in what's overall been a pretty poor showing so far. But you got to figure, when you're down a bunch, why not take some big shots? And they connect on that one.
Second down and goal. Fields. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. And this is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A play fake, now Fields to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on...
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the 49ers, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night, and still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's